Howdy, Hollow. Oh, good. The ads are done. Thank fuck. All right. Oh my god. So today we're going to talk about some stuff. We're going to talk about game series. I've been playing it. I played the first one on here, showed y'all how it worked, and then the ending glitched out, and that was a thing. And I was not surprised that something janky happened in that game. It only crashed once though. One thing I do love about the Sierra games is that, largely speaking, there are ways to fuck them up, but it's kind of hard to make them like just implode completely and shut down as games. They can take a lot of bullshit. There's a good amount of number futzing you can do with them. Like, whether or not the gameplay is your style or is fun for you, the Sierra point-and-click adventures are pretty well-made games. Exactly. So I want to talk about. So we're gonna go through some of the Quest for Glories, and I think we're going to start Quest for Glory 4 today, even though there's a whole 2 other games between them. But the thing of it is, first of all, These games have a really easy way to recap a lot of what happens to you in them for at least the first 3 and number 5. Number 4 is the odd one out, and it's kind of why I want to play it more than 2 and 3. I can at least like open up 3 and like show you what's up. Yeah. But if I'm being totally honest, these are games that I played as part of like a whole bunch of things. So there's a bunch of quest games from Sierra Online. And all of them are point and click adventures. All of them. There are a number of non-quest games that are also point and click adventures from Sierra. And they're all pretty good. So there's like, yeah, they're an old school style of game. They're not, it's not a very common style to see made these days. They exist, but they're not big anymore. You know, they're not like, I mean, people want higher end action games, or they want like full turn-based stuff. Prim? I'm gonna look that up. Oh yeah! Yeah, okay, yeah, I remember that one. I'm actually following that game over on Steam. I don't know why I didn't put it on my wish list when it actually came out last year. But anyway, but yeah, no, like point and clicks they're around. I don't think point and clicks are ever gonna go away, honestly. Like it's a style of game that is really primed for more like, there's like the hardcore people who are like, I only play this one game and I play it for thousands upon thousands of hours and I'm the best at this game, and anytime I lose in this game I have a horrible fucking tantrum because all the time that I spent learning how to regulate my emotional reactions was spent playing this game. And that's how you get Call of Duty players who like shatter their fucking controllers and shit. You get it. You get me. I appreciate that. But like point and clicks are like, you're gonna die, and the deaths are gonna have something funny to say about it. Like that's kind of the point. Is like you're gonna die a little bit, and it's gonna be funny. There's gonna be some goofy shit that happens. Quest for Glory, right? Like Quest for Glory was my favorite of these, but King's Quest is also like, I'm a big fan of King's Quest. I don't think I'll play most of King's Quest on here because so much of King's Quest is in the DOS style type in actions and commands. And I'm going to show you that over on Quest for Glory 2, which we can actually go. I'll show you how this is different and how different this is. I'm also going to show you trade winds. That sounds familiar, but I don't think I've played it. Let me click that over. Oh, wait, no, I totally have played this. I've totally played this. Yeah, I totally fucking played this. But yeah, God, that was ages ago. No, one of the main things, I'm just let me plug in my fucking, let me open the Quest for Glory thing and open. So I'm gonna open Quest for Glory 2. I'm gonna show you why we're not playing it. Because there's a version of Quest for Glory 2 that I don't think I can actually get my hands on ever for as long as I'm alive. Let me launch Quest for Glory 2. Oh wow, that's so small. I didn't set. Oh no, the config didn't save over for all of them. Hang on, let me just let me game capture this real quick. And let me quest active and then this. Yeah. Are you gonna show it? So give me the audio. Is it gonna be a finicky game? Does it have to be a finicky game? It's a finicky game. Okay. There we go. So this is, I believe, 800 by 600. Oh, it's doing that thing again? Hang on. I gotta do a thing then, hang on. There's some configuration files I have to fuck with. Oh, okay. Well, I gotta do some updates for fucking. All right, fine. I'll turn on the fucking game chops then while we do this. So there's gonna be a bunch of things that I have to reconfigure then. Hang on. I gotta turn auto lock on. That has to be true. Nope, that's not. Nope, don't care. Okay, so I gotta do this to all of them. Okay. Give me 35 seconds to do this very important task. Don't worry. It's just I have to edit the DOS box for all of these games forever. Because they have a config file that lets me essentially force resolution and also force all right. And also force resolution to be the normal resolution that I play games on here for stream. Because I play all of my games in windowed mode. Fun fact. Fun fucking fact. I think Quest for Glory 5 is the only one I don't have to do this to, because Quest for Glory 5 was made on a different engine entirely. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, now I can run this again, right? And then it'll run just fine, and we'll be able to do the thing, and it'll do all this other stuff. And it won't freak out on me, right? Except for when I ever tab in and out for, like, obvious stream reasons. Did it launch me? Yeah, launch that shit, baby. Hell yeah. Alright, so this is Quest for Glory 2. And there's no option to run one that is a higher resolution or style. God, that's so fucking loud, though. Alright, I'm gonna close. I don't need Steam open anymore. I don't need that open anymore. I don't need that open anymore. I can just have this shit open. Yeah, so we're not going to be playing Quest for Glory 2 today. And I'm going to show you why. All right. Actually, no, not. No, we're just going to do a new hero. Because we don't need to import the whole thing. We don't need to do that because we're not going to be playing the fucking game. Why am I... All right. This is so harsh. The MIDI font is so harsh, first of all. It does not get better. That's reason one. And reason two... I'm just gonna... You know what? You know what? Wait, does it still work here? Hang on. No, this only lets us do it a little bit. Okay, it only lets us go by 5s. Technically, in Quest for Glory 1, you can max out all your stats on the front menu, and never have to worry about it ever again. Can't even spell my own fucking name. So the same music from the first one for the thing. Not amazing how quickly we've set up this in. The cat is still already the center of Pierre's entertainment. Where else can you watch Shema dance? You know you always have a place to stay and find food to eat you, Pierre. Shami and Shema and I cannot thank you enough for helping us recover our stolen treasure. You'll be back home, even though I have had troubling news. My old friend Arasaline, the mayor of Razir, is missing. He was a good man, but not as wise as I. But you have not even seen our beautiful Shapir and already speak of problems. You need to go out exploring, discover why this is indeed a land of enchantment. Alright. So I think this is full DOS only. Anytime you enter menus, it pauses, which is I'm grateful for that. That is a thing that is the same across the board. Yeah. Stand. I have to type in commands. I can't stand that. I can't. Oh yeah, let's activate Silly Clowns. Hang on. It changes nothing until later in the game, but there's a number of options here. Anyway, let's just I don't want to play through this game, but the fact that like here, I'll just it is your good friend Shamin. Okay. So there's a bunch of commands, and they have to be very specifically worded, and they have to be very specifically, like, handled. And there's not a lot of intuitive, at several points, there's not a lot of intuitive, like, what do you do here? Also, I have to control most of this game by way of the fucking either I can theoretically, I have everything you need right here, yeah. I got a map, you need to come, yeah. That's Susan in town, yep. I can click here, yeah, like, you can click, but you won't go any faster, you won't do anything. There's not a lot that'll actually happen here, is the problem. And I don't want to type my way through this whole game. That's reason one. Reason two, there are a ton of cheat commands for this game. But basically, you're in Shapir. It's this big zone. It's this big ass zone where, in fact, uh, there's like two big cities in a desert. The other city is like a fucking. It's supposed to be like the more important city. It's supposed to be the capital, and it's plagued by elementals. There's like an earth, fire, wind, and water elemental, all of which want to pull some shit on you. And want to like wreak havoc on the land. And there's like an evil dude who does a bunch of shit. Yeah. Looks like he's trying to fuck you with a. Yeah, right. Like the walk command is weird. Like the walk animation, all of it's weird. The animations get a little bit better in the next one. Let me hang on. I think we could technically finish this game in 5 seconds if I'm willing to use the cheat commands. Let me look up QFG2 cheats. Hang on. I knew the secret word. So if I remember correctly, come on, yeah. Suck blue frog is the secret command here. Alt T. Where to? What's the room numbers? Hang on. Gotta look up room numbers. Show me the room names. I know there's one that's just the credits. Show me. End game credits 850. We made it to the end. Where's the music? This happened last time too. There's supposed to be epic adventure music at the end of this. Yeah, we're gonna... Okay, cool. It's not a camel, it's a lizard monster. Like a Tauntaun from Star Wars. That's why. I'm just gonna turn on fucking... I'm gonna just go over here and... If the music ever turns on, I'll do that, but I'll just run some fucking game shots in the background. So, Quest for Glory 2 is all of this art. The pixel art is fantastic. I love the pixel art in this game. It's great. The command structure sucks. There's no point and click. This is pre-point and click adventure as a point and click adventure proper. All of it is type commands to not die, and you have to do it at the right location on the right pixels and do the right... You have to know all the things, and I can never remember all of the commands to actually progress a game properly. It is an unfortunate thing, but I'm gonna be honest, this game probably should have gotten the upgrades that like the first one got. Moon moves slowly through the starry scope of the mountains, and the desert should be our hero bids fond adieu to his latest set of adventures and miserable puns. Where will the road lead next? Oh wait, there's more to come in the next thrilling saga, Quest for Glory by Loooong and Corey. And it says Quest for Glory 3, Shadows of Darkness, which is not Quest for Glory 3. Horrible MIDI font. I also love that that part gets it. Okay, cool. It just crashed. It crashed right on time. That's the other thing is, like, I know that version isn't really built to, like, run on this. Yeah. So, like, I know there'd be a bunch of bullshit that would happen. But then we have a Quest for Glory 3. It's gonna run correct. And I'm gonna hit a button, and then we're gonna go to the games that are finicky, and we're gonna plug this in. And you get the official one. And I get to make you listen to this now. So, in the last game, you had to fight a guy named Adavis. He's the evil vizier, because of course he's the evil vizier. But also, more importantly, as I'm saying that it just sounds so bad, you had to fight a bunch of other stuff. There's this, like... There's this whole challenge that you have to do regarding the 4 elementals. There's a bunch of other, like, weird intrigue stuff. You basically become the Prince of Shapir. It's literally... Viziers are literally just royal advisors. They're like your royal tactician, your royal, like, infrastructure person. Viziers don't have to be evil. It is only because of Aladdin that everyone in the West says that viziers have to be evil. So this game, I'd be more okay with playing, but there's a bunch of ways to, like, soft lock this game, and I've screwed myself as a child, in this fucking game. I got locked out of so many things for this game. I fucked it up so bad. Yeah. I think this game does not have any sort of, hang on, let me just, create a character. We get the same stuff again. You get 50 more points. I'm gonna throw them in. Hang on. Okay, well that's simple. They at least fixed that problem. We're not gonna do much here, so it doesn't matter. Perfect. Yes. I have information for both of you. As you know, 3 months ago in Razir, the evil Adavis attempted to unleash the genie Iblis, in order to rule the world. Oh, right, he's trying to release Iblis. Yeah, we did this thing. Used to be for his hexagram, preparing to unleash the foul Iblis to do his bidding. And with our powers, lie to the darkness and bind Iblis to me forever. And we came in and just fucked up this whole thing, yeah. Into the room and broke the seal of Suleiman by moving the candle. You have destroyed my spell, now you shall be destroyed. You cannot hurt me now, and I shall send thee to thy death. No, don't. And then you just throw him off the fucking ledge. No, you have to help me. Yeah. Passed through the raging flames and sent Adavis falling to his doom. When Adavis died, his magical power was released, and I could sense the moment of his death. Such a release of power could be felt by skilled magic users all over the world. Yeah, don't eat those gummy worms. Those are lake worms. Don't do it. Still, there's some mystery concerning the death of Adavis. Evil man's face. It is very disturbing that the body of Adavis could not be found, even though all the magic I cannot remember who or what removed the body. Or what became of it afterwards. I believe the unbinding of Adavis' power could well have other, darker results. Now we are again in my house in Shapir. Hero, you have become the Prince of Shapir by order of the Sultan Harun al-Rashid. Rakesh now desires to return to his home in Tarna. Last night I received this message from Sorceress Krisha in Tarna. Please tell Rakesh that he must return quickly to Tarna. There is serious talk of war here, and I think only Rakesh can now bring peace. Rakesh is the lion Tor who's over here. He's like this. He's just a lion He's just a lion centaur. They're common in this world. Not super common, but like common enough for it to be like not super weird to run into one. As more than just the anger of two tribes, I believe the demon has again broken through this land and seeks to destroy us all. There was a demon that came through Tarna. Yeah, it's a scrying dome. In 3 days, a magical portal will open in Shapir. To take Rakeesh back to Tarna, I suggest that if you, Prince of Shapir, wish to truly be a hero, you accompany Rakeesh. If there was indeed a demon, it is probable that it was released into this world by the death of Adavis. You must stop it and send it back to its own world. Any click will do that. Okay. The palace of the Sultan of Shapir 3 days later. It greatly grieves me to say farewell to such fine friends and honored guests. Rakeesh, you are a great aid to me, and I sorrow to see you return to Tarna. Oh, great Sultan, it has been an honor to serve you. Uhura, warrior of the Simbani, you have been a most excellent guild master for the Adventurers Guild and a gifted instructor of combat. Thank you for your services to Shapir. I leave Shapir with a great treasure, my son Simba. I will never forget this place, but it will be good to go home again. My son, it breaks my heart to see you leave. You will always have a home here in Shapir. Yeah, he adopts you. And unlike a lot of political adoptions, he seems to actually give a shit about you for 2 seconds. I give you a magic shield which will help protect you from magical attacks. Make you never need to use it. Would have been cool to give you that to you beforehand, but you weren't my son yet. Yeah, Sultan, the magic portal to Tarna appears. Farewell, all of you. May you find the peace you seek. I also love, hang on, let me, oh, it's good to be with you again, Rakeesh. Krisha, you have met Uhura of the Simbani village before? This is her son, Simba. Habari warrior, it is good to see you again, Uhura. That son of yours looks like a strong and healthy young cub. Missouri Krisha, thank you for helping me return. Simba and I need to be getting back to my people, Kwaheri warrior Uhura. Farewell, Uhura. And you're in this new land, and you're supposed to do some diplomatic shit, which is why communications is a stat. This is the young hero about whom Aziza spoke with you. He is the adopted Prince of Shapir and a most honorable man. I am most honored to meet you, Prince of Shapir. I can sense that you are also skilled with magic. Know, however, that use of magic is forbidden upon the streets of Tarna in order to protect those without magic. Alright. Here's all our possessions. We got chainmail. We got the magic shield. We got our sword. We've got rations. They're spim. Special portion instant meal rations to last a long time and keep you starving to death. We have a water skin. We have a note from Shema, which is, to Shala. Before he left Shapir, Shema has to give this to the Kata in Tarna. And then we have some money. So, this game, you're trying to, like, prevent, the Simbani and the Jaguar folk from killing each other. If I remember correctly. And it sucks shit. Because you can't even go to, like, talk with the Jaguar people until you do, like, 50,000 things. And it's all to try and get to this demon that has taken over the leader of the Jaguar folk. I think. Spoilers, maybe. I don't remember if that's the rules of it. Well, long story short, you play through this whole game, and the ending of this game is you're celebrating with your friends after defeating this demon, and then a giant shadow void thing starts affecting you, and then you get teleported into nothingness. Some sort of subversive? Nah. We're not playing through this whole game either. I'm showing you this game and how it works, and there's some silly shit that we could do, but I don't want to worry about it too much, because the main thing I want to talk about is Quest for Glory 4. Because Quest for Glory 4 was supposed to be Quest for Glory 3, but then they realized they had no reason to bring us directly from 2 to the world of 4. But it was also several years in development that, like, things changed. They made a better system for combat and that sort of thing. It is. This is the one where I talk about fucking Sierra games for a long time. It's in the title. So, like, this game is just sort of like a space filler, and honestly does kind of feel like it. A lot of the time, once you've played through it once, and then once you've done 1, 2, 3, and 4, once you play 1, 2, 3, and 4, like 1 is the first one, and if you want to show people what these games are sort of like, that's a good one to show. And then 2 is one where I really wish that there was a good updated version of it. I think there is a fancy version of Quest for Glory 2, but I can't guarantee it. I'll save that there. Yes, I know that. You don't need to show me that. We're gonna quit this game. I don't need that music playing in my ear for like 5 hours while I talk about everything. So like, these games are some of my favorite games. Am I allowed to... Okay, no, I am in the spot. Okay, I just didn't register that I'd set myself at this height for that that camera preset. So like, these games have a bunch of point and click stuff. There's a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun goofs and gabs and gaffs and gags and whatever. I don't fucking know. My nose is sort of stuffy again because it's gonna do that forever, for as long as it's summer or fall. But most of these games are like, you go through, you help some people, you fight some critters. You can fight a T-Rex in this one in 3. That was one of the highlights. There's a bunch of weird creatures you can fight in 2. I played 2 the least because I played these with my brother. My brother and I played through these games together. We did a lot of games together. It was one of the things that we it was one of our main bonding activities outside of martial arts and shit. But these games got us to start doing other adventure games, which eventually got us into RP stuff with tabletop stuff. It was sort of a combo of this series, the Quest for Glory series specifically. King's Quest is fine and all, and it's very good. And I will probably end up playing King's Quests 4, 5, and 6 on here at some point. If I have 7, I might play it. King's Quest 8, I don't even think you can purchase anymore. And it doesn't really revolve around any of the normal adventure people. It's a more gritty, they wanted to be cool and grim about it. And it also really feels like a game that was supposed to be a different game, that they just put the King's Quest name and text on. I don't know. And then there's Space Quest, which is space adventures, right? And all of these games, all of them, were just sort of the core element of what I did as a kid. I was less than 10 years old playing these games, and doing typing in shit into the little box for action command things and all that sort of doing all that shit as a kid. And these were very hard games as a small child because, I didn't know how words or things worked. And that was great. But when I think about Quest for Glory, I do think about the first game. I think about the second game and how many times I died. Well, that's the thing. When King's Quest 8 came out, people had just seen King's Quest 7. It was actually, for Sierra's stuff, King's Quest was the flagship thing that they did. Also, Sierra, I believe, was technically the original publishers for Half-Life. They were either I don't remember if they were dev or if they were publishing, but Half-Life 1, the original Half-Life, has the Sierra tag on it somewhere. It's a whole thing. But this company was weirdly one of the things that got Valve to do stuff well in a way that they kind of were. They probably would have been fine on their own, but they definitely gave them some extra dev, they gave them some extra I guess clout in the sphere of game dev at the time, Like, it was a mutual thing, absolutely, but like, as I remember it back in the day, the way it was spun for people who were in the fucking thing, was like Sierra's not like, Sierra's like joining up with Valve to do some stuff, and then a lot of Sierra's stuff turned into like a lot of service games, a lot of like Sierra's brand is kind of like shut down now, I'm pretty sure, but like there's a lot of their dev teams sort of like have moved around different locations, have made a bunch of weird things. And like there's Ken and Roberta Williams made King's Quest. Pretty sure Roberta Williams is still alive. And like King's Quest is a wonderful series full of very fun, adventurous shit. And it's very nice. But like, I loved Quest for Glory. Quest for Glory gave you like the option to actually fight. And King's Quest generally doesn't. You have to solve puzzles indirectly. If there's any direct combat, you die immediately, because you're like some fucking twink the whole way through. Like, either you are King Graham, or Graham before he's king, or you're Alexander, his son, the prince, who's also a total fucking, like, goofus who can't fight for shit. And, like, because my brother and I were, like, we grew up with martial arts our whole lives, and we were like, why can't... You could just punch him before he does anything. Why can't you just punch... You can't, because it's an adventure game. That's how it works. You're not playing as you're playing as that character. But in Quest for Glory, you play as this person who can, like, you know, jump through flames and just tackle a dude off a fucking ledge. And it's good, and it's fun, and it's interesting. It has all the same kind of jokes, and it has the same snappy, fun humor. Also, we played through Police Quest. Police Quest is a really weird fucking series, and if you look up the history of Police Quest was used at some point as part of, like, the program for detectives, because they had such a fidelity to, like, the protocol and, like, the regulations around police etiquette and action. So you have to, like, inspect your vehicle the whole way through. You have to, like, do the whole chain of command for evidence handling. You have to do all this stuff that's actually very real that no actual LA police officer has ever actually done. Ever. Like, you have to be an actually good cop in Police Quest, and you're still a bastard, but, like, you still actually have to be, like, a by-the-book, upstanding citizen cop who doesn't fall for corruption or, like, do side deals or any shit like that. Through the whole series, you're playing as, like, one character, and then you go to, like, a different detective for number 4, and then, oh god, and then, Police Quest SWAT comes in, and you have to do all of the same stuff, but for a SWAT team, and it's just as, like, in hindsight, horrifying now as you think it would be then. But, like, it was, like, a very weird thing. And then Police Quest SWAT 2 comes out, and it's a top-down strategy game. Like, a top-down, real-time strategy game. Where you can, like, bring, like, the first guy from the first 3 games, who's the cop that you play as in the first 3 games, to the SWAT team for LA SWAT. And then you fight against this, like, cult that is also doing a drug running operation and, like, doing weapons smuggling and a bunch of other shit. And it was made more in, like, the Counter-Strike era, where it's, like, terrorists versus counter-terrorists. It was kind of shown in that sort of system. But what's really funny is you actually get to play as the cult. There's, like, a whole campaign for, like, both the police side and the cult side. And it's a whole thing where, like, in the bleakest way possible, they show the reality of, like, how PR is handled with police, because there's a bunch of situations that you have to be a person in, where you're, like, on site, and you have to, like, make the call of whether or not you open fire on this person. If you don't open fire on the person, they will gun you down to stab you. And there's, like, booby traps you have to deal with, where they'll, like, blow up and kill someone. And, like, if you kill a civilian, it's, like, a huge penalty to your fucking police force. And if you run out of money on your police force and you can't pay anyone anymore, then, like, you fail the whole campaign. Like, the whole campaign, you just completely fail it. And you have to start over from the beginning. or from at least the last point where you like saved, and you actually have to like deal with a bunch of really difficult shit, and sometimes like your people get injured or they get suspended or they get fired as cops. And also sometimes there's people where like if they get fired as cops, they might join the cult. Showing just like in the bleakest way, as I just mentioned, like how readily certain people are just going to cling to the need to have some authority and some power or danger that they can present against others. If I remember correctly. And I may not, but like there's a couple of situations where like people die that you've worked with that and like you did the thing. There's like a bunch of things where you can send people to better training to improve their stats and that sort of thing. And there's a bunch of like, you got to do like all of the things that SWAT would do. All of them. And to be actually careful with it. And like there's timed events where like the scene will go down as like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And you need to disrupt that, or like by section E, like 3 people get shot in the fucking head. It's wild. It's a very interesting strategy game. If you ignore some of the horrifying context of it in the modern day and what that looks and feels like in the modern day, it's a game series that has aged very poorly. I don't think I'm ever going to play Police Quest on here. If someone specifically like wants to pay me to play Police Quest, I'll do it. I'll fucking do that. But like on its own, like I'm good. But yeah, and then there's like Space Quest. And Space Quest is you're Roger Wilco, the janitor for a spaceship, and the first game is it opens up on your ship is exploding and you have to get to an escape pod. And then you land on an alien planet and weird shit happens, and then other shit happens, and then eventually you become like you get through and you survive, and like you solve a little conspiracy. And the second one, third one, it's all like intergalactic conspiracy all through Space Quest. All of Space Quest is intergalactic conspiracy, or people getting revenge on you for foiling their intergalactic conspiracies. It is a very pulpy sci-fi kind of game, and it's very fun. And I would love to play those games, but they're also a little gross. And I don't mean like perverted or like chauvinistic. I mean, you're a janitor. And also it's space with all of the industrial risks that space can involve. And OSHA is not in Space Quest. There is no real regulatory protection for you in Space Quest. It is a bad time in space, and it's very funny, and it's also a very tongue-in-cheek kind of thing, and I really appreciate it. It's also much closer to Leisure Suit Larry, which is a series that was made by Sierra Online Entertainment. The same people made these games, and that is also a point-and-click adventure where you try to get laid. That's the whole thing. You're playing Larry, and you're trying to get laid. The whole time, you're just trying to get some. I don't own that series. I don't think I'd want to play that series on here. I've never played that series before. I don't actually know how to do all the stuff in that game. I do know a bunch of the stuff for like Quest for Glory and King's Quest. And I could probably remember a couple of things for Police Quest. But like Space Quest and Leisure Suit Larry, ones that I don't do. The last one would be Phantasmagoria. Phantasmagoria is a great series from Sierra, and I think it's one of the ones where like I feel like more people who enjoy horror games would also enjoy that game. But again, that game has aged super fucking poorly. Just so fucking poorly. It's aged more poorly than my mental health as a grown adult. Like very fucking poorly. And it's one of those things where like it's not like specifically racist, but there's some horror as a genre has some racism issues, and they are also on full display in Phantasmagoria, if I remember correctly. There's also some like mental health stigma that goes in there that's not great. There's just a bunch of stuff that I'm like, I don't really know if I want to like. I don't want to have to do the full yikes and have to like close a stream or like unpublish a stream just because of the game I'm playing, you know? And Phantasmagoria and Police Quest are definitely the two that I'd be like, I might have to do that. Space Quest, no, it's just gonna be, you're gonna hear some gross sound effects. Amazing Foley work, and I hate every minute of it. But that's the thing. But yeah, Quest for Glory. 1, you're an adventurer in a town called Spielberg. 2, you're in Shafir and Razir, the 2 cities of a certain like desert area, and you gotta like solve a bunch of problems, save people. You become a prince because you get adopted by the Sultan, which is cool as hell. And then in 3, you're a negotiator you're an outside negotiator for a war that is brewing and being stoked by like 2 or 3 different people. And at the end of 3, instead of getting to do like a normal thing, you get whisked away into some horrible location. And you don't know what the fuck is going on, and you don't know what the fuck you're doing, and you don't know where you are or how to deal with any of that. So I'm gonna go look real quick. Hang on. I'm gonna look at the Quest for Glory collection. I'm gonna see where I can put... because I did make an import file for this one. But most importantly, Quest for Glory 4, assuming it works correctly, Quest for Glory 4 is supposed to... It's supposed to have full voiceover by Gimli from Lord of the Rings. I think is one of these 2. And I'm just going to take them and I'm going to put them over in desktop. But yeah. Like I would be willing to play 3. And if people really want me to play 3, I'll play 3, but like if I'm being totally honest, as much as I like 3, I also know that, like, first of all, there's a Mancala minigame that is not officially mandatory, but semi-mandatory. And I'm gonna level with you. I don't know. I don't remember how good I am at Mancala. It's a basic fucking game, but like, I don't remember all the rules to it, and I don't want a basic CPU opponent to fucking clown on me in Quest for Glory 3 in Mancala and prevent me from going forward in certain elements of the game. That seems... That seems like a thing that'll get me probably a little more fucked up than I'd like to be. And then 5 gives you a full rundown of all of the events of 4 and all of the things that happen between 4 and the start of 5, which are kind of important. There's also like a video thing to open the game and like a whole intro thing for 5. 5 is the Greek adventures, and I'm gonna be honest, it's real fucking good. It's real fucking good. It's real fucking good. A lot of people from previous games show up as cameos or other sorts of things. There's just a lot of good stuff in 5. But 4 doesn't demand that you know everything from the previous games as long as you played the first game, game 4. Like the first game and you know what happens in the second game, then 4 makes perfect sense. You don't gotta worry about it. 3 is one of those, like, it feels to me like it became a placeholder thing so that they could still have the studio, like, making something while they were waiting for other stuff to happen for 4. Because 4 was supposed to be, as you saw at the end of, like, 2, was supposed to be the third one, Shadows of Darkness. Such an edgy fucking name for a game that is voiced by Gimli. Anyway, we've got, like, 4-ish minutes before ad break hits. And I'm gonna take that ad break. And hopefully, I will see you all after that. And we'll start playing 4 proper, and I'll actually make it the thing. But yeah, no. These games. I'll also probably yap about what made these games like a thing for my brother and I. But yeah. Oh god. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to do something stupid, aren't I? Oh well. I'll be back in like 3-ish minutes. Play nice, stretch your legs, get some water, get some snacks, do what you gotta do, yeah? Alright. Be good. The ads are done now, finally? Did it glitch out on me? Is that what happened? Alright, we're gonna play some fucking Quest for Glory is what we're gonna do, alright? And hopefully this is fixed. Hopefully this is fixed. Hopefully we get to do this whole thing. Hopefully everything works. Again, these are ancient fucking games. I want to be clear, these are ancient goddamn games. So it may not work perfectly. You'll love to see it. All right. They had this whole CGI animatic too. I forgot about that. Look at this, like, 5 frames per second animation. Look, this was like top quality.
Please insert your saved character disc from any of the first 3 Quest for Glory games into the disk drive, so that your hero can make the journey to Quest for Glory, Shadows of Darkness.
I guess we do go to downloads. Hang on. Let me go back to the fucking, this MIDI guitar is so fucking... Oh no! Okay, I'm gonna throw them in here then. How about I make, okay, I don't trust... Wow, that's still happening? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna do this real quick. Don't mind me. Just in case there's anything that's, like, sensitive information here. Alright, we'll turn that down then. That should be fine. That should be totally fine. Alright. I have to actually go into the whole directory section and then find my fucking shit? Really? Okay. Still having that weird, like, glitchy thing, so that's fun. Go for it, go for it. How is that not a valid directory? How is that not a valid directory? Okay, I guess we won't import then. Whatever. That's the directory for my downloads folder, you motherfuckers. Alright, we'll just create a new character then, I guess. Since I guess I'm not allowed to do that. Alright. I love that you get this. This is great. Thieves have some easy moves to make. But I want to play fighter. What? Oh, it just crashed immediately. Okay. I hit the left key on the keyboard and it crashed immediately. Oh, this might be bad. Maybe we don't get to play this game. Oh no. But I want to play this game on here. Give me fighter. Give me... I do want some magic. Magic is very fucking important. Is the audio in place?
You awaken from nightmares of flying and
Perfect.
falling. You find yourself in this strange place. The only illumination, an eerie green glow. You've lost your weapons and the contents of your backpack somewhere during the journey. All you have are the clothes and armor on your back. This leaves you with 4 burning questions. Where are you? How did you get here? Who brought you here? And how in blazes can you get out of here? No, make that 5 burning questions. What city did your luggage end up in this time?
Thank you, John Rhys Davies. Also, I'm going to change our category now. Yeah, I know. You've got that weird shit going on forever.
This is some kind of altar to the Dark One.
God, he sounds like he's on an Xbox mic.
Torch holders flank the altar to provide light for nameless rites and unspeakable.
I'm so glad the audio works though.
You find 30 assorted copper and gold coins on the body. A brief search reveals a piece of hard grey rock, which you take, and some coins, 3 crowns and 13 kopecks. You are in a large cave, dimly lit by glowing lichen on the walls. Strange, irregular outcroppings of stone grow from the ground, looking like the skeleton of some enormous beast. Here and there, petrified human bodies seem to grow half in, half out of the floor and walls. You are in a large cave. You are in a large...
Yeah.
This is some kind of altar to the Dark One. The top is covered with sand.
Alright. What's in inventory again? Flint. Alright.
Armor. This pouch holds all your money. You are in a large... The The altar feels strangely warm to your touch, but leaves a deeper chill somewhere within you. That didn't... That... You are in a... This torch is firmly embedded in its holder. You take the torch. It takes flint and... You are in a... There's nothing... You are in a... You are in a... It's a rotted... The deteriorated core... You are in a... You...
Alright, there should be a knife somewhere around here, if I remember correctly.
You are in a... That... That... You straighten out your jacket and retie your boots. Appearances count. It seems to be a kind of stone valve, acting as a door to the passageway beyond. The valve won't budge. If you had a bit more light, maybe you'll be able to see how to open it. You're about as still. The deteriorate. You find nothing. You find that. This is some kind of altar to the dark. There's nothing. There's nothing. You are in a large. You. That.
Okay, let's... I already have to find a guide because I don't know where the fucking knife is. I'm a terrible fucking gamer. At least Sirig Z is always here to help me. Okay. That's all the other stuff. I just need to know where the knife is. Just show me the walkthrough section. Yada yada yada, yada yada yada. There's the map. Love that for you. Just gonna... Don't need to worry about that. Don't care, don't care, don't care. None of these things matter. None of these things matter. Let me go to the actual, like, section. Let me see. Wow, Cyric Z really got better when he started doing the fucking walkthroughs for Yakuza, because this is long as shit. All right. From the items, one of the skeleton to find a dagger, some coins, piece of flint, and some coins, and there you'll just find coins. Okay. We're still trapped in this little shit show zone. Oh, there we go.
You stumble and fall over the ancient petrified
There we go.
corpse. As you pick yourself up, you discover a dagger and some coins on the dried out dead body. It isn't going to use them anymore, so you take them. You strike a spark with a flint and dagger to light the torch.
Now we go over there and open that shit.
It seems to be a kind of stone valve, acting as a door to the passageway.
It's a sphincter door.
You force the sphincter open with your dagger and pass through.
Don't do that in most other cases.
You've made it into a large chamber. Stone valves, like the one you just passed through, apparently block 3 other passageways. There is a huge stone altar in the center of the room, and an exit to the south.
They introduced automatic saves in 4 also. I forgot about that.
The rough stone altar is covered with dark stains as of blood long since dried to powder. You feel a creepy, uneasy sensation whenever you pass.
Yeah. I think all of these sphincters lead to death.
Try as you might, the stone valve.
Oh, right. Hang on.
The corpse is long.
Let's pick up our sword and shield.
You gratefully retrieve the shield and battered sword from the dead warrior. You hope that they will serve you better than they did their last owner. That... You're in the heart of the cave.
Alright, I think we can leave now. Oh, bats?
As you approach the exit, you are confronted by 2 flying creatures. They have bat wings and spider-like bodies.
Great.
In a bitter battle, you are better than the batters.
God damn it.
Long. The dead bodies. After some rest. After some rest.
Cool.
You cautiously test the rope before crossing. It feels as though it's firmly anchored on both ends of the chasm. You painstakingly cross the rope bridge hand over hand. It's a good thing you've been keeping up with your weight training. A heavy rope. A rope might be useful, but it's firmly attached on both ends. You think about cut.
All right. No.
You are so exhausted.
All right, let's just get our fucking sword and shield and get the fuck out of here.
You great. As you approach the exit, you are...
Why are you jumping?
You kick. No rest.
Okay.
After some rest, you feel worse than before. After some rest, you have no idea what time it is. You cautiously test the rope before crossing.
And we won't cross the other way a second time. That would be a stupid idea.
You painstakingly cross the rope bridge.
Yeah. That looks like an exit. Giant tentacle monster is not great. Just gonna say that.
You slip through the mouth of the cave, just in time to avoid being crushed by its closing jaws.
Hey, there's some lady waiting for us.
You are alive! Only one person has ever walked away from there before. Who are you? How did you get here? Oh, there are so many questions I want to ask you, but I have to get home quickly. It is so dangerous out at night in Mordavia. The town is due north of here. Be careful. There are many bad things wandering around. Good luck. Oh, by the way, my name is Katrina. I hope we meet again sometime. Farewell.
This symbol looks like a six-armed starfish, or perhaps like the tentacles of an octopus. You sense a feeling of strange, chaotic power from it. The six-pointed symbol seems to pulse with energy and comes loose in your hand when you touch it. You have the feeling that you may need this sign, so you carefully store it in your pack.
It's day one. Detect magic spell. Zap spell. Flame dart. And force bolts. Okay.
The path is dripping with slimy goo. You're having a hard time maintaining your footing on it. This tall standing stone has been carved so that the top looks like a squid is perched upon it. It doesn't look particularly stable. The stone moves
All right, got it,
slightly
Sane.
as you push on it.
Enjoy your lurk.
You aren't strong enough to push it all the way over.
Just have to get stronger later. Oh, also, let me just go over here. Thank you for the follow. Gabardic64. There we go. Sorry, I had to hunt down my update set. Alright, alright. This is the swamp, and we need to leave the swamp as quickly as possible. I remember that part. Goblin strong to get it? Yeah.
You see a floating, coruscating ball of light. The decayed remains of a human arm, claw. This tree looks like it only recently lost the battle against the change in its environment.
What if we get marked by a monster fucking immediately? I believe... Hang on. That music is fucking horrifying. Let me find the map real quick. So I know where I'm going. Moldavia, Eastern Moldavia, Town Gates, Castle Gates, Castle Borgo, Cemetery, Elder Bush, Swamp Shore is there. Squid Sound is there. Okay, cool. Alright, we went up. We gotta go up again. We gotta go up a whole bunch. It looks like I gotta go to the right and then up. Alright. Oh, you can just walk that? Oh, you can just walk that. Okay. It's a bird.
The hungry hunting hawk alertly searches for signs of game not already claimed by the forest monsters. Grey rocks litter the ground everywhere, reminders of glaciers long since passed. Pine trees grow in profusion in this cool climate. In winter, they needle the deciduous trees mercilessly.
They made John Rhys Davies. They forced John Rhys Davies to say all these lines. I was told to go north. We're going north. There's probably gonna be some critter that tries to eat my face in a minute. Okay, now we go to the right. And then we just go up again. Oh, fuck, man. What do we got? Alright, we're fighting a creature. I'm fucking dying to this, whatever it is. I think we got it. That was a fierce fight.
Searching for the fallen beast, you find nothing of value, unless you were planning to start a flea circus.
Okay, we're mostly dead. Welcome to Mordavia. Oh my god.
The curved staff has a very organic look to it. Its curves seem somehow feminine. You can feel a sense of
The fuck does that mean?
radiating all around it. Beautiful, out-of-season flowers grow all around the stone monument. After some rest, you...
You! How did you get here? Why are you here? Few strangers come to Mordavia. I am the Burgomeister. It is my job to know everyone and everything that goes on here.
Okay.
You don't have any rations. You better get some food soon.
My name is Dmitri Ivanov. I am the Burgomeister of this town. Mordavia is a valley surrounded by mountains. There used to be a road which led from here, but heavy rains have created a swamp at the base of the mountain south of here. No wagons can get you in or out, nor can any person, except perhaps you. This is the town of Mordavia. There is an inn and a shop down the street where you can spend the night or get some supplies and be on your way. The sooner you leave, the better for all. There are many dangers in Mordavia, and we certainly do not need a stranger to stir up new troubles. There are many strange and dangerous creatures that live in Mordavia. Trust nothing. The gates of this town are closed at sunset.
Okay.
Do not let yourself get caught outside after dark, for few can survive a Mordavian night or remain sane enough to speak of it. Just leave Mordavia quickly. No good comes from outsiders, and we do not want you here.
Okay.
The sign reads, General Store. You wonder how much of a commission the salespeople get. From the sign reading Burgomeister's office, you cleverly deduce that the Burgomeister works here. It's been years since you studied Mordavian, but you think that Burgomeister might be the word for mayor, or perhaps sheriff. You've entered a small but nicely furnished country inn. Stairs lead up to the guest bedrooms. The floor is covered with sawdust and peanut shells. The barrel contains the few shells that manage to land in it. The innkeeper stares at you with an expression of fear and astonishment. It is several seconds before he speaks.
This is the Hotel Mordavia. Rooms here are 15 kopecks for room and board. Pay for 1 week in advance. Your room will be the first room at the top of the stairs. When you want food in the morning or evening, just sit down over there by the door.
Pay the innkeeper for your room and board.
Need a place to sleep.
Thank you for your payment.
I would like to get a meal because my character is hungry.
Nothing like a good breakfast to get you off to a good start in the morning, especially when everything's laced with garlic.
God damn yes.
That didn't... It's an anti-gravity machine. Well, maybe... You're in the hotel... That...
Did I not eat the food?
Now the table's helping to keep you off the...
Did we eat the food? Did we automatically eat the food? Is that a thing that we got to do? What's your innkeeper's name? Yeah.
My name is Yuri Markarov. My wife's name is Bella. We are the owners of this inn.
All right. No, I wanted to... Yeah.
Make certain you are back in town before dusk. The gates of the town will close solidly. Keep out any dangers.
Mm-hmm.
The monastery is to the north of here. It has been abandoned for many, many years, but it has a bad reputation. No one in town will go near it. And if you have any sense, neither will you.
I will assume that I've eaten the food.
I am Hans. Pleasure's all yours. I'm a farmer of pumpkins and corn and a person of great importance here in lovely Mordavia.
Listen, I'm telling you, Igor's death must be avenged. Pleased to meet you. I'm Ivan, an elephant herder. Unfortunately, there are no more elephants in Mordavia, so business has kind of fallen off a tad.
Rumors.
Unless you count the rumored...
Horse patootie. Guys,
Oh, are you kidding us?
Right.
everyone,
Yeah, except when we don't know you. We don't like strangers.
Or anyone else that's weird and doesn't belong.
Of course.
so you are still around.
Don't worry about it.
This general store is cheery and well lit, thanks to the warm hearth. The first things that you notice are the cats. They seem to be everywhere. Then you see the shopkeeper, sitting on her rocking chair as she knits. She's a very, sturdy-looking woman.
So, you're the stranger in town. I've heard all about you already.
Yeah.
If you must know, my name is Olga Stovich. What's your name, stranger? And what are you doing in Mordavia?
You tell her a few things about yourself.
Oh, professional hero, huh? Easy to say, hard to do. We'll see. Let me see, what could you use? Well, besides my regular items like brooms and pens, I really don't have anything else for adventurers like yourself. Now, I do have some lovely sandwiches you can use for rations. And garlic, of course you need garlic. I'm also got some oil you can use to keep the weapons and armor from rust. And if you like sweets, I've got some yummy homemade candy. Although the garlic-flavored ones have all been purchased by now. I'll have to make some more. Oh, and a shopping bag to carry things in. I have a couple of those left.
The cozy cat conveys a calmness most common in comfortable confine. This is the store counter. It's covered with more cats than merchandise. The cozy cat conveys a...
May I pet a kitty?
Careful, the cats may explode if you touch them. They're perfectly content where they are.
Okay.
Goodbye. Or, as my dear departed Boris used to say, may the winds blow fair at your beck.
We gotta go talk to Igor, though. We have to talk to Igor, though. This is very important. There he is.
As you enter the northern part of the town, you hear the sound of a chisel chipping away at a stone block. A man is carving gravestones at one end of the street. Your attention quickly moves from the stone carver to the ominous Gothic building in the center of the street. There is definitely something not right about this structure.
Mm-hmm.
Igor. Just Igor. Building was Adventurers Guild. No adventurers, no guild. Oh, this day job. Also work graveyard shift. Little graveyard humor there. Igor dig graves in cemetery. Igor put dead person in grave. Igor cover dead person with dirt. Igor put headstone on grave.
Oh.
Igor dig... Oh, plenty job security around here. Business is piling up.
Of course, it's another...
Little graveyard humor there. Again. Oh, Igor not hear rumors. Igor not no stranger in town. Igor not no doctor make strange things in lab. Igor not no funny man in not funny. Igor not know many things. Igor not hear many things.
Already more information than I thought I'd get from anybody, and more information than we were ever going to get from the guys in the inn.
Bad building. No, go there. Bad, bad, bad.
This weather-beaten boarded-up door once sported a painted sign, but you can no longer read it. It's completely silent beyond the door. The door is locked. You're not strong enough to force the door. This is a bas-relief of a strange creature. It looks like an octopus with only 6 tentacles.
It's a hectopus.
You have a creepy feeling as if it is looking right back at you.
This brings us over here, yeah. What's up, buddy?
I am Nikolai. Have you seen my Anna? Anna. Have you seen my Anna? I am looking for...
Okay, let's get this straight. If the windows are eyes, and there's a nose and a mustache above the door, then the door must be a mouth. Dope. A set of brightly colored pull ropes hangs down in front of the door. Or maybe they're just stray mustache hairs. This doorway leads to a private residence.
And we're not playing a thief this time, so we're not going to get a bajillion money super easy.
This strange device is labeled Transcendental Receiving Animal Processor. I wonder if that stands for something. Be careful, it might be a trap. The bust's eyes seem to follow you as you walk through the hallway. It's a truly impressive, original, multimedia work created out of whitewash and sawdust. How interesting. It sounded as though someone knocked on the other side of the door as well, several times.
Oh, they're baby Antwerps. Oh, God.
Oh no, you've been Antwerped. Fortunately, these are just baby Antwerps, so the attack wasn't fatal.
That's just going to keep happening? All right.
Oh. That looks like a likely place for a spare key. But you don't find anything. You don't hear... Behind the door is a sort of rat maze, but it's missing the rat, or whatever is supposed to be traversing the maze.
Welcome to the Transcendental Receiving Animal Processor. You can analyze the creature you wish to capture, then apply the proper bait. The animal is in the immediate vicinity, the trap will catch it for you. The animal is not in the vicinity, you'll just have to catch it yourself, but at least you'll know what to feed it. Yes. Bigger than a bread box? No. Smaller than an ant? Yes. Be a baby ant. Try feeding antipasto. Yes, okay. Yes. No. 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 Is he yellow and does weigh 5 pounds, have wings and an attitude? No. Brain wrinkled and lives in a tree? No. Wrinkled wears a hat and says only you can prevent savannah fires. Also no. Does it bounce? Yes. When I have the pogo stick, no doubt. No. Blue avocado shape and sings Waltzing Matilda? Yes. That can't be an anchor, but then they can't sing a note. No. God damn it. Okay. Alright, let me throw some to make it tougher. Feed it avocado.
These avocado and garlic sandwiches are the strangest adventuring meals you've encountered. Still, they do last a long time and will keep you from starving to death. Of course, you may wish you'd starve to death if you have to eat them too often. You bait the trap with avocado from your sandwich. Avocado was never high on your list of favorite foods anyway. The trap starts working. You've caught an Antwerp. It's simply amazing. You've caught an Antwerp. This is the Antwerp maze. Antwerps are naturally bouncy, so all you have to do is continually rotate the maze until the baby Antwerp bounces over to the key, then out through the exit.
Hmm.
Congratulations. You've used the baby Antwerp to get Dr. Cranium's laboratory key from the maze. You add the key to your keyring. You hear mysterious bubbling and sizzling noises. Every once in a while you think you hear someone muttering to himself.
Oh no. We gotta get these in the right spots? Okay.
Great! You've managed to find Dr. Cranium's keyhole and open the door. You pass through into Dr. Cranium's private laboratory.
Perfect.
Quickly, Igor, the fluid. I must
Oh.
have the fluid. Oh, excuse me. I thought it was Igor coming in to assist me. He helps out in the lab sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Now then, what can I do for you?
That didn't...
Nope. Stop walking. Stop. Nope. All right, we're going to pause here. I'm going to go to the ad break, and I'll see you on like 3-ish minutes. All right. Because it is about to go off. All right, stretch your legs. Get some water. Just because I got to run them doesn't mean you got to watch them. And I'll be back in like 3-ish minutes, probably a little bit more than that. But yeah, anyway. See you in a bit. Okay. Oog. Oog. All right.
My name is Dr. Cranium. I am Moldavia's chief scientist and a certified genius. Some call me mad, but I much prefer Dr. Cranium. Ah, yes, science. I'm glad you asked. Science is the process of systematically increasing our knowledge of the world through observation and experiment.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, some of the townspeople here seem to have no concept of the wonders of science. Some of them even claim my little inventions are magical. Such poppycock. There's no such thing as magic. Still, the townspeople insisted that I should be able to use my magic to cure wounds and sickness. I told them that I am a scientist, not a doctor, but they wouldn't listen. I had little choice but to concoct some simple elixirs. They were childishly pleased. Science is really so simple once you understand it. If you want to improve your stamina, then you should make sure you eat a healthy diet from all the different food groups and get plenty of aerobic exercise. That is science. Oh, you must mean my patented healing drink. You may have my last one. Unfortunately, I have forgotten the formula for its main ingredient. If you can help me remember it, I will be able to make some more healing drinks, although the work is very time-consuming.
Hang on, I have to do something real quick. I have to look this up. Um Wow, that's a big ass. That's a full PDF of the actual manual. Pizza, pizza, air, pizza, pizza. Okay.
Thank you. With that information, I'm sure I shall be able to create some sensational scientific solutions.
We'll talk about the elements in a minute.
You ask Dr. Cranium if he can spare an empty flask for specimen collection.
Of course, of course. I am always delighted to assist scientific research of any kind, and I have plenty of flasks. You may have this one. Experiments are the meat and drink of science. First, you must come up with a hypothesis based on your understanding of the scientific elements. Then perform an experiment to test the hypothesis. Afterwards, you have a pizza. Earth is for solidity and stability. Air gives freedom and movement.
There we go.
Fire provides power and energy. Water, fluidity, and life. Pizza, of course, is the most important element of all. Pizza represents the essence of well-roundedness and regaining strength. Most importantly, you can have it delivered in under half an hour in most areas. A hypothesis is a scientific guess. One predicts the result of an operation, performs an experiment to test the prediction, then has a pizza to celebrate the result. It is very important to stay flexible, however. Sometimes the experiment may give a different result than predicted by the hypothesis. Since real scientists don't like to make mistakes, we always write the hypothesis in pencil. Pizza is a crucial ingredient in many scientific formulae. There is a nearly infinite variation in its effects, depending on whether one starts with pepperoni, mushrooms, artichokes, or plain cheese. One should always order extra pizza in case the experiment requires additional materials. Besides, science is hungry work.
That's really uncomfortable. Let's talk about magic.
There is, of course, no such thing as magic. There is only science. Still, you would be amazed at how gullible some people are. Just the other day, someone gave me this scroll saying it was a magical spell. Can you believe that? It is purest poppycock. Nothing on here makes any sense whatsoever. Here, you may have this as a reminder that magic is a figment of fevered imagination. Only science is real.
Obviously, Dr. Cranium needs to take a correspondence course from the famous wizard school. As you read the scroll, you find that you have learned the incantations and gestures with which to cast a glide spell. Then the scroll vanishes.
There, you see, it was not even a very good piece of parchment. Fell right apart. Igor is the gravedigger and tombstone carver. Business has been slow lately, perhaps because there are very few people left in town. So Igor sometimes comes in to help me with my work. Igor has had less work of late. The forest is just as dangerous, but there aren't very many people left in town who are stupid enough to go out there at night, you know. I like to think of it as a sort of evolution in action.
Fuck you.
Igor is carving out quite a niche for himself in the gravestone business. You might say he is well on his way to becoming a rock star. Then again, you might not. The cemetery is outside of town to the east. It has proven a fruitful source of materials for my experiments. There are also some interesting and cryptic puzzles to be solved there.
Of course.
Essential etheric fluid is an important ingredient in my formula for reanimating dead bodies. It contains the essence of the element of water, the most important ingredient in life science. This laboratory is where I perform some of my most important research. Lately, I have been trying to bring life back to a dead body and to brew the perfect cup of tea. Reanimating the dead is just another day's work in the life of a scientist.
Uh-huh.
Even science cannot bring a person back right the way they were, but one can use scientific principles to restore the semblance of life and energy to formerly dead flesh. The one alchemical combination that I have thus far been unable to fully analyze is that of a good cup of tea. I'm sure there must be a way to duplicate the effects of nature, but the results have not been promising so far. Perhaps you would like a cup of spearmint and beefsteak tea? I thought not. This is even harder than rehydration solution and reviving dead tissue.
What was that about? Rehydration solution?
Research is the heart and soul of science. Without constant experimentation to prove or disprove one's hypotheses, the scientist is left trying to solve the world's problems by guesswork. That is hardly the most efficient way to achieve results.
Certainly true.
I try to maintain a modest selection of useful experimental equipment in my simple laboratory.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it has become very difficult to obtain the most modern scientific accessories since the road out of the valley became closed by the swamp. Mad? Mad? They all call me mad, but what do they know of madness? I am not mad, bit perturbed about the world situation and how I get so little respect, perhaps, but certainly not mad.
Let us depart.
Come back and visit again.
Happily.
Oh, and if you see Igor, please tell him I still need the fluid.
I'm low on health, but I'm not leaving for a bit. So I ask you about the fluid, Igor. What do you got? I can't tell you about the fluid, I guess.
It doesn't say much.
All right. We need to recover health. I think that's all the stuff that we can do.
You don't notice that
What's this barrel?
the water is especially wet this time of year.
Sure. Let's go back to the staffing there.
You pick some flowers and put them away. The curved, beautiful. After some rest, you feel
I don't think there's anything else we have to do today. But what time is it in game? Sun is setting? Alright. If I remember correctly, I'm gonna have to go check the fucking book. Alright. I think, honestly, I want to... God. I have not been feeling at my best for the last, like, week or so. I think I need to take care of some stuff. But we've started 4, and I'm looking forward to doing more of this. Hopefully we'll have, like, a full stream of this at some point in the near future. But I think I need to... I know it's a super short stream today, but I think I need to, like... I think I need to take care of something. Maybe? I don't know. My brain is just all kinds of fucked up. And I'm really not sure why. Ugh. So I'm gonna go on another break real quick. And I'm gonna quit this game for a second. No, that's not what I asked you to do. Oh, yes, I'd like to return to the land of living. All right. I want to take a short break and see if I can, like, I don't know if that's actually going to help. I hate to say it, I might need to, like, go and raid out to somebody today. Like, super early. Whoa. I may be back later this evening. But yeah, my whole fucking body just feels like... I don't know, I just feel like really, like, tired and sore. I felt like really tired all day, but like, I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go. I'm really sorry. I don't know. It's just like hitting me like wave after wave right now. I don't know what's wrong with me. Ugh. Yeah, let's just I don't know what the fuck Nikki's up to. I think we're gonna raid over to Nikki. But hey. I may be back later tonight. I've got some stuff I want to take care of. I just feel like... Is it something I ate earlier today? I don't know. Like, I just feel like really off all of a sudden. Yeah, fuck it. If anyone wants to drop a raid message, go for one of these. But yeah, I'll see you all either later today or tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Ugh. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I'll see you again either later tonight or tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be playing Pirate Yakuza, and it's also tomorrow's Talk Like a Pirate Day, so I don't know if we're going to do anything special for that. I don't know, but like we might. I don't know. Be good to yourselves.